You're tuned in to the one and only.
This is the Hollywood Red Show.
You already know.
Say what's up to the fellas. Your hosts, Slim Cat, Deacon Weezo, and Mr. Hollywood.
You know what it is.
This is the Hollywood Red Show.
Yes, sir. We back at it again. It is your boy, Mr. Hollywood, a.k.a. Mr. A, and my partners. KT Cruiser, what's up, brother?
What's going down? What's going on, man?
And our special guest tonight, DJ Nino.
Yeah.
What's good, my brother? What's good? You ready? You ready for the smoke tonight, man?
I mean, I'm good, man.
I see you got your bottle of water over there, so you ain't got to worry about being parched tonight. You're gonna be ready to go at it. You got a tag team partner tonight. You got Slim Cat, KT Cruz over there. He has officially got on the Democrat bandwagon. So, hey man,
yes, sir.
I'm happy for everybody that's able to execute their God-given right in America to choose and vote without feeling intimidation. That's what we do here in America. And I got my little brother in the house, Mr. Gotson down there. What's going on, homie?
What's up?
I'm waiting for Deacon Weezo to come in. Because as we know, Deacon, he liked to smoke. But in all seriousness, man, this is the Hollywood Red Show on the strategizednetwork.com, and we are focused on being able to bring the community together, our community together of who we establish on the net, and just in across our neighborhoods that's invested in the idea of being able to confront ideas in a way to where we can be accountable and be able to have an organized and peaceful conversation at the same time while making changes. And so that's what we do here, man. Slim Cat, man, what you had going on this week, man? I know you still trying to recover from the hurricane down there, and I want to give a big shout out to all my Facebook friends that's down there in Bradenton, Sarasota, West Palm Beach, any of those areas in Florida, but I mean primarily in Manatee County and Tampa that got affected by the hurricane, man. I know that that probably put you in a kind of a setback position, my brother. So how you doing down there, bro?
Yeah, man. I've been chilling, man. Hello?
That's it. You just chilling. After all that went down, that's the best. That's the best. That's the best you got for me. You just chilling.
No, I can't hear you.
I said, "How you doing down there, man?" I said, "How you doing?" You know, yeah. I'm saying,
the music louder than your voice.
There's no music going on, brother. What are you hearing?
This is the Hollywood Red Show. It keep playing back to back and it's loud.
I don't hear.
You said.
Oh, I don't hear it. I'm glad you. Everybody else hear it other than me. Y'all hear that?
I don't hear anything.
Just keep going back on the loop.
Everybody else say they don't hear it. DJ Nino, you hear, brother?
No, sir.
Bro, you need to start drinking that Parmesan, bro.
I
You
swear to
drunk.
God, man.
Don't sweat. I don't know what God you talking about, but hey, we gonna leave that alone, brother. I don't know what's
They
going
don't hear it. They gotta be drunk. They gotta hear it.
on. Bro, it's three of us. What are you hearing? There's no music
This no,
at
I keep
all.
hearing this is the Hollywood Red Show. Hollywood Red Show. You
Hey,
already
bro.
know.
Hey, bro, do you hear that?
I don't hear anything at all. All I hear is
No,
you
I don't
and
hear anything
INNN
else. Just
talking.
sign out, come
That's
back
this.
in, man. You might have
We
to sign out and come back, man.
Yeah, might have to do
anyway.
that.
DJ Nino, what's going on, brother? I know that you have been a part of the of the of the of the of the round table before, and
Yes,
we
sir.
and we appreciate you coming back and gracing us with your presence, man. You know, you're very well spoken, and I think you give a lot of energy into being educated on what is what's going on in the upcoming election. So wanted
Yes,
to
sir.
invite you back into the house, man, because I really salute you, man, and I think that the problem with a lot of just Black America in particular is that this conversation is very sensitive.
Yes, sir. Facts.
And I'm saying that from from example from somebody who's dealing with that. Like my family is has been doing a family chat over the past few months, and just trying to reconnect because we're all divided across the country versus how we used to be able to eat at grandma's house every Sunday. Um, Down there in the same area they got affected down there in Bradenton. Point being is that now as we try to unpack a relationship and speak on what's relevant in our lives, the election became one of the things that we tried to unpack. And brother, it went I-75, not north though, but it went south, my brother. And and nothing against my family. You know, I love my family, and that's the problem. It's like how many other people, when I thought about it, it's like how many other people go through that. And in any type of way, whether it's your friends that you talk to, your Facebook friends, or the people you're related to. Why is it such a problem right now to have this conversation? And I'm throwing that to you, Nino.
I mean, real talk. I mean, a lot of it comes from, for one, I think because it's a black nominee for the presidency. You know what I mean? So I think that has a lot to do with it. I think it would have been dead ass. If it would have been Joe Biden, your conversation may have went a whole different way. You know what I'm saying? People may not even have been engaged enough to have those conversations.
Facts.
Had it been Joe Biden. But when Kamala came in, I think she created a little energy. And honestly, I know there's some folks that, for whatever reason, may not want to support a woman, or specifically a black woman, even more for president. So I think that may energize some of the conversation that you and yours may have been having with your family and friends.
So real quick, the people that you have this conversation with outside of this arena, what does that normally look like? Who do you find yourself having a conversation about the upcoming election about in your day to day?
Well, honestly, I would say the people that I converse with, because I'm actually originally from um, New Jersey, so I've been speaking with my people that's from New Jersey and
Shout out to New
Pennsylvania.
Jersey.
In Pennsylvania, because Pennsylvania is like one of the important states this election. So I've been speaking back and forth with them, and for the most part, we've been on the same vibe. But I know there are some. One of my real good friends back from Jersey, has been I would say a little overly critical of Kamala. It's to the point I'm like, well, why don't you tell me the real reason why there's an issue? Because you're being hypercritical of what she is doing. I'm like, just tell me the real reason. I'm like, we cool, you know what I mean? I'm not up there. Just tell me the real reasons, you know, why you feel the way that you do, because you're literally almost seems like you're searching for something to be wrong with her, and you're excusing what's going on with dude. So, but we still haven't came to any agreement on it. So that's one of the things I agree to disagree with him on that.
So really, when you're dealing with people that may just do you even randomly encounter somebody like at Walmart or somewhere random to where you hear somebody talking and there's a discussion about the upcoming election? Do you run into those situations?
I've heard somebody when I was out and about talking about the election, and they were very ardent Trump supporters. It was almost to the point I want to jump into this, but I'm like, nah, this may go a little left because they're a little too too energetic about this dude. So, all right, y'all have y'all conversation. That's cool.
Right.
I didn't necessarily jump into that thing.
It's like dudes that go and play basketball at the park, yeah, and they still got Jordan capabilities in certain areas, but they want to do it at the park. It's like, bro, you ain't getting paid for this. Like, facts. You know, it ain't that deep. Just let it go. You know what I'm saying? So man, we got Deacon Weezo in the house. Want to give a shout out to my partner Deacon. Where you at, brother? And of course, I'm probably gonna be delayed, but he is in the house, and we are unpacking the 2024 election. Whether or not you want to be Democrat or Republican is not a big deal. It's just about how can we talk about it. Deke, as you down there, I can't hear you, brother.
Oh, yes, sir. The Deacon here, yes, sir. Oh, it's time. It's time. Oh, yes. Yes, sir, brother. I'm ready. I'm ready to rock and roll, brother. Let me turn the speaker. Is the speaker too loud? Hold on, brother.
Might be. Might be. Frank Nid, I see you out there, brother. What's going on out there?
Yo, tenfold.
Out there in Florida, my brother from another. I salute you, my G.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, let's keep going in a forward direction. So what I would like to establish in this forum, this conversation, is for everybody to get their few minutes to kind of just tell their story of how it's relevant to the election and why you choose to go the direction that you choose, without no judgment. And the reason why I'm inspired to do that is because I realize that it may not be everybody's reality, but I know that there's more than one person that, if they're watching, can say that this is something that they've dealt with an issue. And so hopefully it'll make it easier for us as a people in a culture here in America to really be able to accept each other's different choices, because that's what God gave us. So yeah, let's run it. I got 6 people in here. I'm gonna go last, of course. So whoever want to get the table first. I got Slim Cat, I got Frank Nitt, I got Godson, I got DJ Nino, I got Trump is the black
first
black president down there. And again, we got our two guests tonight, three guests tonight. Mr. Godson, Mr. DJ Nino, and Mr. Frank Ninn. So really it's gonna be one of you three, whoever you want to go in and start it off. What you got? What you got? What you got? DJ Nino, we gonna go with you first, brother. And we gonna allow you and Deacon Weezo to go ahead and kind of go a little head to head a little later. But for now, we gonna go with you, brother. What you got?
Me personally, I'm personally voting for a person I think is the best candidate. I've personally, since I lived up in Jersey, I kind of knew about Trump for a long, long time. You know what I mean? And honestly, I listen to him unedited, on his speeches. And when I'm listening to him, I'm like, you're not making a lot of sense, fam. You basically just up there rambling. You basically are now really Joe Biden with energy, because you're up there swaying back and forth to music for like 35, 40 minutes. What is that? Come on, son. You know what I mean? I see what Kamala Harris is trying to do, or what the Democrats are trying to do in this election, and I actually see what the Republicans are also trying to do in this elections. And I personally would never vote for someone who's trying to get a police immunity, blanket immunity. You know what I mean? I'm a black man. I know how that is out there in them streets. I'm not trying to get hemmed up in some nonsense, or any person that I know get hemmed up in some nonsense and they wind up getting hurt or killed, and having the president's backing that want to personally give them immunity. That's going to be a hard no for me. Whoever it is, if Kamala had that position, I would not be voting for her. But since Trump has said that on several times, that right there is a hard no for me. And among other things, I'll chime in a little later with some others. I'll let somebody else talk that up.
Well, while we got you, Nino, tell me one thing that policy wise that affects you in your household. Tell me something that you think is relevant that affects you directly in your household. Maybe even how you make money, or maybe something that's a social issue, something that hits home with you.
Well, one of the first things that hit home with me was during Biden's administration, the student loan forgiveness. My daughter is literally a benefactor of that. How do I know that? Because I used to help pay that. I used to help, pay that bill.
I'm sorry. I want you to pause on that, because I already know that your tag team partner down there, Slim Cat. If I heard anything, if he was a DJ, that song got so much replay on his. That's all he want to talk about is student loan forgiveness.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not laughing to be insensitive, but it's just so funny. I'm surprised he ain't went ahead and tagged and jumped into the ring. I'm being his little hype man, but that's all he ever talks about, brother. Tell him, am I lying, brother?
No, you're right. I'm still waiting on my forgiveness, man. I'll tell you what, she got 2 weeks to give me a forgiveness. I might switch my vote.
Yeah. Real talk. I don't know who's holding who you have a loan with, but real talk, it's been about a year since I've had to pay on that thing. So
I'm with Great Lakes.
Yeah, we go.
I'll speak on my issues a little later. I can't deny because my student loans is not in Mr. Hollywood or Mr. A's name, so that's okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that I keep deferring.
There you go.
So hey, I gotta give shout out to my peoples who do give me some good examples to follow. One of my good brothers, Mr. Aaron Tillman, that is a faculty out there, the illustrious Florida State University. That man there, I have never seen nobody pay their student loans off as fast as him. This guy, he makes me feel bad because I think he paid off about $50,000-$60,000 of loans within his first 4 years of out of college. Bro, I don't know people that's even subscribing to do that. Like, to me, in America, when you're trying to use your education to make money, and as soon as you jump out of college and you got nothing but student debt, everybody don't come from an affluent household that takes care of that. Not everybody comes from a situation where immediately you getting paid out the gate to be able to confront student loans and stuff like that. So, it's not an excuse. It's just reality. And in America, I do believe that it has been functioning to thrive off of so many people now wanting to be educated. And so here we are. So what you got KT?
No, I'm gonna ask DJ later. Because I know he supports her 100%, but I want to know, is there anything she's talked about in the past or in the future that you kind of disagree with? Like, are you 100% fully aboard because you support her, or is it just that you just really don't support Trump?
Trump hasn't done nothing to make you. Go ahead. Yeah, basically right now it's a choice. It's a choice. It's I'm voting for who I think is the better person. You know what I mean? Nobody's perfect. Everything that she has done has not been perfect. Her candidacy hasn't been perfect. But she's like way better than do. There's a lot of things that Trump does that I just cannot agree with. Period.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah, period. It's like Kamala. There's far more things that I can agree with her than I can with Donald Trump. It's a lot of stuff that I just cannot agree with. I know what he's trying to do. You know what I mean? I know what he's trying to do, and I know what his party is willing to allow him to do.
That's fact.
So what is he trying to do?
Well, for one, Trump is one of those folks who always likes the other people. You know what I mean? I've never heard him, unless it's somebody that personally doesn't like him. I've never heard him try to other white males, but he will damn sure other folks of color. He does it every day. You know what I mean? I'm not. I sitting there and I'm listening to you. You know what I mean? He's othering the Haitian immigrants. He's othering the Mexicans. You know what I mean? He's othered blacks. So me personally, being somebody with some intelligence, I'm like, if I hear you always talking about people of color, why the hell am I going to support you? Why?
Well, to retort that.
All right, so just to be able, so we can all know who to be able to respond to. So this Frank Nitt, that DJ or Nino, that's who the comment coming from. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. To retort that, in this coming campaign, Trump is the only one who's actually said Black Americans that come out of his mouth that he wants to do something for, that he wants to benefit for. When Kamala Harris was asked that same question, she avoided it like the plague. She just kept saying she's going to do things for all Americans. She's the president for all Americans. Every ethnicity group has some type of law or some type of something that they are, pushing for that candidacy. That person is going to promise them something. Nobody ever does anything for the Black community. When Trump was in office, he did a litany of things for the Black community. When it comes to college funding.
Please name them.
You want me to name them?
Yes, sir.
The Future Act. $255 million in annual funding for HBCUs. $100 million for scholarship researchers and centers for HBCUs. $322 million in disaster loans funds to 4 HBCUs. Trump has been above and beyond for the Black community. You all just keep going on this same rhetoric about the past. Everybody has a past. Kamala Harris has a past. Joe Biden has a past. When he put in the Criminal Act of 2008 that unproportionately locked up Black males to where our fathers, you and me, our fathers' fathers were locked up, doing these mandatory minimums for selling a piece of $5 crack. I mean, come on, man. We have to open our eyes. We can't be just so blindly listening to what the media has to say about this man. Just look at his track record. Look at his track record. That's all you got to do. And now, when you say when Kamala Harris or Trump is going to give police immunity, he's never said that. You speaking off the Project 2025.
I can bring it up. I can bring it up.
Yeah, that Project 2025.
No, this is something that he said.
Hold on, Ayo.
Okay. Yeah.
I just want to say one thing. I just want to make one comment about HBCUs.
Point, brother, and I'm gonna let it go to you. Let me just say.
I'm gonna just say one thing about HBCUs. Biden and Harris gave them 1.3 billion during his administration. So there's that.
I have yet to see that, but if you can bring that proof to me, I'll be glad to receive it.
All right, there you go. And also, Kamala Harris had a whole plan for black males a couple of weeks ago that she
a couple of weeks ago. She's been in office for 3.5 years.
Well, she's not the president, so there's that.
She's the vice president.
But she's not the president, so there's that.
That's good. Wait.
Hold on,
I'm loving to see how the mix is started. Before we get away from DJ El Nino, because we all want to be able to get a chance to give the things that's passionate to our situation. So I like the back and forth between Frank Nit and DJ El Nino. We got man, it's stirring good. Frank Nit, I think you still got a little bit more in the bag. Go ahead, brother.
One last point. What he said about the police immunity. Do you know that white males have been killed more by police than black males?
Oh,
From
no.
2017 up until now, white males.
Oh, no.
White males have been killed more by police than black males. That's a fact.
There's more white males than black males in the United States. So
that's
That is true.
in that same conversation, there are more white that are on welfare than there are blacks. But yet we think that welfare is a black thing because just by that there are more whites in the population. I got my brother Mr. Godson over there in the corner, and I think he want to tap in because he can go ahead and give his own background on the conversation. Go ahead, little bro.
As for myself, regarding the whole police immunity, I am former law enforcement. I was a police officer. And so regarding that, what Frank Ned did say, that is a fact. There is nowhere near the same amount of percentage for Black Americans that were killed by police officers than there were other races. And like you said, white, for one, is a big portion. Others, obviously, are other races. But Black people, unfortunately, we kill more of our own than by our own police officers. And now regarding the other situations, I don't know too much about the whole HBCU and whatnot, but I also live out here in the state of California. And Kamala Harris, as we all know, she first and foremost came from California. Those of you that may not live in California, Gavin Newsom is the governor of the state of California. Hold on, Kashan, 1 second. So that being said, the state of California just got done. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you do, this is pretty sad. The state of California just got done passing a law that states I and every other parent in the state have no say and are not allowed to know if our child happens to want to change themselves in any certain way. I'm not going to say the actual verbiage because my son is next to me, so I'm not going to go into that because he's right next to me. So they're allowed to change themselves at school, and the parents have no say whatsoever. They have clothes at the school for these kids to change into, to make themselves whatever they want to be, whatever they identify as. And we all know Kamala Harris came from where? The state of California. So if she was to be able to become president, what do you think she wants to do?
California would be a model is what we're saying out of that. Exactly. Is that California looks like it's going to be a model for other states in America. And
California already is, to be honest, because California makes the most economically out of pretty much. I think California makes more than in the state than all the other states combined.
I would believe it. You got California, you got Texas, You got Florida and you got New York. I believe those are probably the top money makers out of the entire nation.
Texas too now. Don't sleep on Texas.
Well, I said Texas. I said Texas
Oh,
second. I said California, Texas, Florida, and New York. I think those are the highest grossing states out of the country. But I'm speaking out of pocket. But anyway, back to you, little bro. Well, really, where I was going with that is that you were going to be the next person. How has the election influenced you in your household? And I'm glad that you was able to catch the tail end of that first question about you living in California. You know, give us your direction and your vote, and give us, you know, the background of enough for people to understand why you're voting in that particular in that fashion.
That question is guarded towards me, correct?
Yes, sir, brother.
Okay. So just like a lot of people, you know, I mean, is Trump my favorite person? No. Is Kamala my favorite person? No. We all like all the other gentlemen have said, everybody has a past. Everybody's done certain things and whatnot. But just to also go on the back of what Frank Ninnett said, granted, yes, Kamala Harris is the vice president. True. But granted, she may have brought up some things weeks ago, but she was the vice president. She has some say, somewhat. Granted, Biden is the head dog, but she can be able to implement some things. And being the case that she's saying all these things of what she would like to do. And first of all, before I get to that, let me get back to what I was saying beforehand. Granted, yes, she's saying all these things for women's rights and all that, and that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong for women's rights. But ultimately, we have to see where she came from in order to see where she's going. Granted, now, however, that doesn't necessarily mean, because like I said, we have a past. That doesn't necessarily mean just because your past is something doesn't necessarily mean that's going to dictate your future. However, I've seen a little bit of what Kamala is doing to what she is saying and how she's carrying herself. Doesn't seem like she's leaving too much of what she's already started in California. It seems like it's just progressing. Now, I can't speak upon all that because I don't really know, obviously, because I'm not in that arena as to the politicians and whatnot. But being the case of having about 5 to 6 years,
But yeah, you're speaking from a resident from California, which is very relevant because that is, as we've already established, that is where she began. So
and she put a lot of Black American men in prison in this state.
Which has been public information, but we don't really concentrate on that. Even when I get it, I get to it. I feel like a bull that's ready to jump out the fence, so I ain't going there. But anybody want to cross reference or dispute anything that Mr. G over there had to say?
I'm in agreement.
So KT Cruz.
What's up, man? What's happening, man? You heard me? Yeah.
What you got? What you got, man? You know, I know I've already kind of pulled the rabbit out the hat for you and kind of told your story, Mr. Student Loan Forgiveness. I'm with you. I'm with you, brother. I ain't mad at you. I'm with you. So what you got? What we got?
I'm gonna have to ride with Kamala, man. I gotta give him. Maybe I can get my forgiveness in 4 years. I give him enough 4 years, so maybe they get me right this time. I can't go with Trump, man. Trump do too much pondering. He got AB, Le'Veon Bell, all these circus black guys.
He got what?
Them. I call them circus acts, man.
You said, whoa. You said
Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell talking about Trump or Trump. There's too much disrespect going on that side. He up there, he working at McDonald's for 15 minutes, think he doing something. It's too fake. He too fake, man. I see through him, man. I know it's tight. And I just think Trump, man. I don't think he's looking out for the country. I think he gonna look out for his own
what
people in the region.
Hold on, I want you to go. I don't want to deprive you of going wherever you were going there.
I'm gonna kill him. Let me kill him.
But I would like to add a little bit of salt, a little seasoning in that conversation. So the Democrats are in the House right now, right?
Yeah.
How has that affected you as being somebody who was affected by the hurricane?
I mean, everybody, they just offered a little 770. It's a little difficult, man. They want you to prove a lot. Some people get it right away. Some people got to prove. It's crazy, but I'm gonna put that on FEMA though. I ain't gonna put that on the Democrats. Though,
You're right. But see,
but she could throw people more than 770 if they giving Ukraine all that money.
Well, I just remember you calling me, and you was very adamant about that. You was not on the Kamala train then because you were feeling the brunt of this.
You're right.
I'm a little lost. I just need you to string me along on how you jump back on the Kamala train.
Let me tell you this. Because I seen Trump working at McDonald's and it pissed me off. And I said, I can't go for this clown. He messed it up when he worked at McDonald's for them 10 minutes, serving fries through the drive-thru. I say he's a joke. I can't support him. That's all I got to say. Go ahead, Weasel.
Okay. Well, I'll take that. All right. So we've got DJ Il Nino out the way. We got Mr. G, Mr. Godson out the way. What was that? Was that everything that you had to add into the pot, KT?
That's it, man. I'm waiting for this debate. If it's supposed,
all right. Well, I'm looking for Trump is the. Matter of fact, I'm sorry, I didn't even see that he had fell out of the chat. I gotta give a big salute. Let's all give another welcome to our resident comedian, Mr. Deacon Weasel.
Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now, brother. Go ahead.
We hear you, brother. What you got? Hold on, because I know I know you're gonna move at 1,000 miles a minute, brother. Just before you start moving, Mr. Roadrunner, please process all of this. You are the next in line. We need to know why you were voting, who you were voting for, and please make that very relevant and acknowledge who that is so that we can all be able to know. Deacon Weasel is in the hot seat.
Oh, man. Yes, sir. It's definitely evident. It's Trump. It's Trump, a person to be out of their mind if they wouldn't, especially a black male. Illegal immigration is not good. It's not good for us right now. We need to go on and send everybody back on home. Trump need to go on and come on, because I was in these hurricanes in Florida and no FEMA came, but they got all the money to help everybody who not from the country. They gave all the Social Security money to illegals. How come a Bank of America and all these other things, they security top notch, but boy, you could just come in the border with that good fentanyl and everything. It's a lot of booty getting going on. It's a lot of our women getting raped and killed and everything. And for any homosexual man voting for a Democrat, shame on you. You should be ashamed of yourself, because there's nothing that's out of that unless you changing your sex and everything. We got to stop playing with these Negroes, because I'm gonna tell you something. Anybody who voting for them got a personal agenda. It ain't nothing that they doing to help black children and black families. How come an illegal can stay married, have babies, and have all the food stamps and all the good money, live in the black community, get a John Deere tractor, buy a big old semi, got a big F-150 in their yard, a taco truck, and your black self living in woods, and you've been here all your life. You can't get a bed at the Salvation Army. And it's sad to see black men continuously go down that Democrat road. A lot of the black men that's voting Democrat, they look like Roland Martin. They slick in the neck with that hot.
Oh wow.
They got that Iron Sheik haircut. And they got honey buns under the bed to eat a snack at night. It is time for men to stand up. I am sick of being scared to be a man. I'm tired of walking on eggshells. You can't get in the elevator with a woman. It's sad that men is peeing at the age 30 and 40 like they mama. Sitting down. You need to stand up.
Whoa. Slow down. Hey, I clean my own toilet, so I ain't got to. Tell me this. What's the difference between when you sit down and take a poop and you take a pee? When you poop, do you stand up and take a pee, or do you poop and pee at the same time?
The water pop you in your butthole. That's the
Go ahead, old Deacon. I ain't gonna stop you. Hey, man.
But get back on it now. Look at the direction that we're going in. Look at little dirt. Look at all the bad stuff. It's time for us to clean up. One thing about the Republicans, we need wives again in the black community. I am so sick of living a sexual, deviant life where I can lay with dogs. I can lay with my brother and my cousin. No, how can any black person say that they're a Christian? We got to stop playing with y'all because y'all play too much. But you talking about you a Democrat. So you can kill your kid, you can LGBT it up, but you in the house of God. Shame on that black pastor in Atlanta and all y'all that's sitting here playing with God. You gonna get struck by lightning. Time. We need morals in the black community. We need discipline. The children need to be home at 9 o'clock before the light go off outside. So get off your cellular phone. Stop looking at your internet. All that porno. Let's stop it. The Democrats want us to be this way. And
good luck with that.
I'm telling you, Hollywood. Look at and then with the job thing, we can't get no benefits. We can't get food stamps. Our Social Security gonna be gone. Ain't no way in heck that we can go to Guatemala or any other country and they let us in their country.
That part right there. That part right there. Wow. So Deek. Let me be able to bring it all in, reel it all in, because you threw us a lot of bait out there. I don't know how many people bid on it, but it's a lot of bait. There's a lot of bait that got thrown out there. So what is it that really affects your household that you feel that is in the presidential debate, whether they choose to vote Biden or whether they choose to vote Kamala? What issue affects your household directly? Dick, you heard me?
Oh, me? Oh, what issue affects my household?
Yeah, what affects your household directly that you feel that's a part of this presidential debate?
The jobs, I done got fired from 100 jobs this year because they know that they got immigrants that's waiting to come under us and cut us our throat for that $5 extra. I mean, that lower money. You come in late, you got to get to walk to the door. I'm telling you, I have never lost so many jobs in my life. You look ugly one day. You can walk to that, the Jose coming to take your spot. And then they got AI. Look at all the stuff that's against us as black heterosexual men. This why we dying off. We're stressed out. We broke. We ugly. We ain't got nothing. We don't have no protection. Yes. So why can't we have a president that's going to do something for us? It's sad to say that we love everything and everybody except ourselves. Look in the mirror at yourself, black man and woman. Say, I love myself. Take the wig off. Take all the Democrat stuff. Take the breasts off. Take that transgender off and say, I love myself. Ask God to rebuke and get that out your mind. And once you look at yourself and forgive yourself for all your transgressions, you will be something that you should have been. Because right now, Hollywood and Sexy Chocolate and all you men. It's time for our children to get better. How come they in last place? The migrant children doing better than us because they got families. Black children don't have nobody. They grandma at the hall in the Rose Bar right now. See there? Let's change this up. We cannot keep going this way. Yes, it's time.
Facts.
Okay, well,
And
well
that's why
you heard that from the deacon, and so
yes, sir.
I believe that everybody that's tapped into the chat, they've already given it. Frank Ned, did you give your 2 cents, brother?
Well, Deacon already hit on a lot of my points, man. He right. Immigration is ruining the community. Everybody keeps talking about.
Unfortunately, let me give this disclaimer, because the reason why I think that this conversation is unique is because it is a lot of people of color that's in this conversation. It is nothing against the if you're not of color. It's not about that, but it is about being able to hear it from the horse's mouth. Nobody needs to speak for you. And there's too many outlets that I think in time past that we rely on to be able to speak for multiple of people just based on a simple dynamic that they share. This is something I believe that you have multiple reasons to be on both sides. Anyway, back to you, Frank Nick. What you got, brother?
Nah, like I was saying, Deacon already hit all my points, man. I'm Trump 2024 to 2028.
So tell me what, and you can elaborate after that. But since I'm already kind of tuned into it, what specific issue do you feel directly affects your household that causes you to want to vote for Trump versus Kamala?
Jobs. Immigration is ruining this country. Just 2 weeks ago, I had my whole team laid off. I had five guys that worked under me.
I remember we talked about that.
We talked about that
because at that time you was. I mean, let's just be transparent. Yeah, even with you being a supervisor, we spoke and we sounded boards. When I got problems as an entrepreneur dealing with things, this is who I talk to. Between him, my brother Godson, and my these are my outlets, and like we it goes both ways. So when we exchange these conversations, sometimes it's me, needing the sounding board. And then it's the other time that I'm the listening ear. And this was the time where where you called me and you like, hey, bro, and I'm give it back to you. What was the situation?
Well, the situation was, I was sitting on pins and needles because I didn't know if I was going to be being let go. I had done stopped talking, I stopped eating, I started fasting and praying to God. I was like, man, I don't know what's going to happen. So it just so happened, like I say, I just want to break up the ratio. Just so y'all can see where I'm coming from with this, to bring it all the way home. It's only 5 brothers on that team, me included. And one white boy. All 4 of the brothers got let go. The white boy got let go, but they kept all the Cubans. Motherfuckers barely could speak. Excuse me, I mean to cut. People, they could barely speak English. All they know is Spanish. They have to get translators when they talking to, other companies or other centers that only speak English. They can't even speak no English. And they got to keep their job just based upon the fact that they, and as black men, we have to do better. We have to start building for ourselves. We have to start building our own communities. We have to start building our own infrastructure so we can be the people that's saying, okay, you Hispanic, I'm keeping this black African American man over you because I relate to him more. And we don't have any power right now. And that's why I want to put Trump in a place so he can Send these gualas back home, and let us try to rebuild our own communities.
So now we've had Frank. Did you got anything else on the plate, brother?
For Slim
Nah, go ahead, brother. Thank you.
I heard somebody tap in and say they had a question.
Yeah, I had a question to ask Slim Cat.
Yeah, go ahead.
So let me ask you this: are you basing your reasoning of why you want to vote for somebody off of somebody going to McDonald's and cooking some food?
No, I just see too much pandering going on with Trump, man. A lot of pandering, man. And I just know how this guy work, man.
True, but you do know that
he got all these rappers pulling up to his stuff. It just don't look good to me, man.
True, but campaigns normally are for entertainment, especially these nowadays. There's a lot of entertainment going on to this. But what matters the most are the policies.
Yeah, I know.
You looked at the policies.
You're right, man. But it's something about Trump, man. He got a lot. He just remind me of Vince McMahon, man. I can't trust him, man. And that's just, I don't know.
What you mean? You can't trust him. You are a loyal diehard. I'm surprised because you ain't got no tattoos. It's probably the only reason why you ain't got WWF.
Listen, I just don't trust him.
No,
I'm just telling you, bro.
And you still ain't even watched the Vince McMahon documentary off Netflix, have you?
Because I already knew he did. I knew that before he did it.
It's not about that. That documentary is solid. I got a side note.
This what y'all gotta understand, man. Me personally, I feel like a lot of men don't want to see a woman running this country. Because if Kamala was running for Republican and Trump was running for Democrat, y'all gonna be Democrats.
I don't think. Okay. Well. Since I'm the last man on the dock, I'm gonna pick it up right off of what you said.
Yeah.
I have no problem with Kamala having the reins because she's a woman. Because I was raised by a mother who was very dominant in a lot of areas. So that kind of shaped me for the goods and anything that could be looked at as a negative, because a man needs to see authority through the vessel that he is in, just like the same thing for a woman. That's my viewpoint. But let me jump into what I believe that's relevant in this election. I think that the transgender reassignment surgery that Kamala has been advocating for in prisons is a problem. If I got to pay taxes to go get some bread, I got to pay taxes to get some gas, and knowingly that money is going towards supporting somebody that, even for myself, giving a transparent moment, I haven't always made great decisions. I've been in jail. I've been on the wrong side of not being where I'm at now. And so for that, I understand that the law enforcement, prison systems, anything that's going to kind of give you some level of accountability for your crimes or anything that you've done that it goes against the law. That's not a vacation, my brother. It took 10 years of my life for me to be very intentional. It took 10 years of my life to be very accountable to get me out of the mix to not stay there. So it's a problem to me to hear somebody that is still in that process and hadn't even got out here to where they got to really make decisions on their own. And you're telling me they're on a vacation. They come in there and today they got a chest and then tomorrow they got titties. And then you're going to use that same money to try to use psychologists to try to like unpack this No, the now you're creating another layer of problems that wouldn't exist if you made the right decision in the first place. And Kamala has made a real stance to say that she wants to support the men that are in prison systems that want to have transgender surgery. If that isn't the writing on the wall that any idiot can see that that's a problem,
No.
I don't know what.
And she kicked Christians out the church. And
That's my number one problem. Number two,
Christians out the church.
as my brother has already had a chance to add on, is that California to me is a model state that Kamala has already showed her footprints and how the way she's going to step in any other place. She showed her footprints in California, how the way she's going to step anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, as having sons, it might be different to somebody else in a different household. But I can't speak for them. I'm speaking for me. It's a problem to me that the gay agenda is more than for me to accept it. Because for me, there's nobody accepting that I made some stupid decisions and making it easy for me to go ahead and be reacclimated into society, to be disenfranchised from stuff that I own and say that it was my fault.
Well.
How many other situations are we appropriating that's able to say that without being able to take the 10 years that it took me to be able to get myself back into a position where I feel somewhat proud about myself? I'm a PTSD. I have PTSD. I have many dysfunctions that are in my mind that causes me to display myself differently than what I'm showing to people that's watching me right now. So to me, this is a very, very it's a close subject that hits home. So accountability is very big, is key for me. So to me, the next thing is the abortion side. I don't agree with Trump that's saying that we need to take away people's ability to choose what they want to do. That's the only thing that I don't agree with the Republican side. I think that even though I'm a Christian, I don't think that we should be able to overstep our bounds and tell people what they have to do unless we make it law. Now, if we make it law, then that's one thing, but I don't think that the law should be able to determine a human being's choices that only affect them. If it's something that affects you, I think you need to go through a process that you allow people to be able to speak into that with some common sense before you make that checks and balances, before you make this big outlandish decision. Yeah, I think that's good for anybody because it gives you it gets you grounded. It's not telling you can't do it, but it's telling you this is what you're going to deal with if you do. We all deserve that. So why would we discount anybody from that? And my last thing is the Bible in schools. I think a lot of people are very affected by whether or not religion is put into public schools. If you choose that's fine. But whichever way that you decide to choose it, this is my perspective. I've lived overseas. My brother, who's in the forum, we both lived overseas. He's actually lived overseas longer than myself. We lived in Saudi Arabia. I lived in Saudi Arabia for at least close to 10 years that I can account for. And some of them were before I even knew anything about America. And in that experience, I was in a country where Christianity was not dominant. Muslim was dominant. And when you report to the school, even though my parents were paying college tuition for us to go to grade school, college tuition to go to grade school. College tuition to go to grade school. They didn't have any say so on whether Christianity was being promoted in that schooling. They knew where they were at, and they were making big money to be over there, whether they were there through petroleum or whether they were there through aerospace. They respected the customs. That's the word I want to say, the customs. If you go to France, you're going to respect the customs. If you go to Sudan, you're going to respect the customs if the infrastructure is right. So I didn't choose Christianity to be what the United States started from. For good or bad, whoever facilitated that, the forefathers, whether they had slaves and tried to say they were Christians, you unpack that in a different situation. The point of what I'm saying is that if you are a believer in Christ and that you come from America and you use that background, then you would have to say that if you are doing your due diligence to read the Bible, then you know that if America was fostered off of those pretenses in the right way, then it's not about black and white. It's about who is facilitating that. And because this is my outlet, you can choose and disagree. I'm okay with that. But this is my truth. So if I'm going to look at America and say that Bible in schools, if I was in Saudi Arabia, which I was, you take that for granted in Saudi Arabia that in the United States, that when you go to school, guess what? What is your language class? It's English. Let that sink in. You go over there, you know what? It's not that. It's not that, brother. So the customs are very relevant, because where you go to where the where you're at, it's not where you're from, it's where you're at. So if you go to wherever you're at, you're going to have to give homage. You're going to have to give reverence and respect to where you're at. And even a Christian, if they read the Bible, that's happened. Daniel, Meshach, and Abednego, when they were in their situation, they had to give respect to where they were at. So
King Nebuchadnezzar.
Go ahead, brother.
No, it's so funny. I know you was talking about this Kamala, transmission thing. And the funny thing I found from my description, this action started in 2018 with Donald Trump.
Thank you.
With these surgeries for prisoners. So this not just a Kamala thing. The only difference is Trump said he deemed it necessary. And I think Kamala giving a little bit more flexibility with it. But this ain't no Kamala thing. This is something that happened in 2018. These are facts.
Started in 2018. Facts.
Okay. So this ain't nothing I'm just making up out the top of my head. So this started under the Trump administration.
It's not as far to me. I'm gonna make sure that I fact check that and see that if that's what it is.
Yeah. Started in 2018.
But what I do
Facts
know.
over feelings, please.
Let's go.
He's a fact. Right.
I'm not discounting it, but all I know is that I haven't heard Trump sit up here back it up and say that
he's lying.
I'm trying to advocate this.
Because he's lying.
If you're taking a public stance and telling me that, then that lets me know it's close to your heart.
Because he's lying.
He's lying.
Trump is basically lying. He's feeding on your fears, and y'all listen to that. He's lying.
Yeah, that's what he's doing, brother.
It started. Let's put like this. The plan started in 2018. Who was in administration? It wasn't Kamala Harris. Wasn't Joe Biden. It was Trump. Okay. And what I do, what I try to do, because there's been a lot of people talking. I try to do facts over feelings. A lot of people complaining about unemployment rate. Unemployment rate now is 4.1%. Okay, Trump's administration's low was 3.6%. Okay, the Biden administration's low. Let me finish talking, please. The Biden administration's low was 3.4%. Okay, all right. It's not like people are losing jobs. It's not like the pandemic when the unemployment rate was like 18%. And that was not under Biden's administration. That was not Kamala was not in office. That was Trump. He was in administration then. That's when it was 18% back then. Now it's 4.1%. This past month, 4.1%. Trump's lowest was 3.6%. Biden's lowest is 3.4%. Okay, so it's not like all of a sudden since the Biden administration took place that everybody was losing jobs. Okay, when Biden, can I finish, please? Can I finish? When Biden took over the White House, unemployment was still in double figures.
Oh my God!
Because it was just coming off the COVID. Okay, it was still in double figures.
Before we get too far, because this is where we come as Bone Thugs and say, see you at the crossroads.
We gonna see you at the crossroads.
We gonna let DJ El Nino and our resident comedian.
Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this with the resident.
We got to set some ground rules. We got to set
facts.
some
Can I show
rules.
you one thing? I was tasked to provide proof for something that I said earlier.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I do not just speak just because. All right. Can y'all see the screen right now?
Yes, sir.
I see Trump.
You see Trump? Listen.
I see him
and defend themselves and hire lawyers. You got to go hire a lawyer. These lawyers would take what they make in 1 year. They'll take it out of their hides. You can't do that. We're going to give immunity to police so they can do their job. I'm giving federal immunity to police officers so they can do their job. I think it's good.
What is wrong with that? If you don't commit crimes, what you
I was getting ready to say, I don't agree with police immunity. I'm aware of that. But one thing for sure is that, let me say this in the right way. Please take this in the right way if you don't know me. I have police family. I have cousins, first cousins that are family. I have a brother that's police. So I am not against law enforcement. It is necessary.
Of course it is. Of course it is. But if you're saying you're gonna give blanket immunity to police, think about that though.
I'm not for that. But I can say that if that is going to be the worst case scenario, how many? Because and again, if you're not sensitive to being brown skinned, then I may lose you. I am saying for somebody who comes from the black community, there is no way that you can tell me that is already something that you've already been conditioned for. Even if you come from an affluent household, they are so affluent that they should already tell you that, hey, you are not the same when you leave the house. Nobody loves you like I love you. Nobody is going to give you consideration like I give you. Nobody is going to school you and give you a one-up like I give you. So if you're waiting to go out there and let a cop school you to do that, then I don't know what to tell you, brother. So that's the worst thing that I have to be concerned about. And I'm gonna school my kids personally at my house. I'm gonna school them before somebody has to school them outside of them getting it from me. So if that's the worst thing that I gotta be concerned about,
I just have one more thing to say. If y'all can look at the screen now. Fact sheet: Biden-Harris administration announces $1.3 billion in additional funding for a record of over $17 billion in total support for HBCUs. Okay? So, like I said, I speak with facts. I don't deal with the feelings. I speak with facts. All right?
Where's the money at, though?
I was getting ready to say, where is that money at? Because for me, I went and I'm going to say it from somebody who
took me 2 seconds to find this.
I'm negligent. I'm negligent for my student loans. And I'm not saying it as somebody I'm not bragging on it. I'm not sensationalizing it. I'm saying it from a perspective that I'm an entrepreneur. My whole goal, the reason why I went to school, was to find a way to be able to use my education to work for myself. I got my
Facts.
brother.
You did.
I got my brother out there, Slim Cat. We used to work together before I went to college.
Right.
I was doing a radio station situation part time on the weekend just to be able to feel some level of man, I can't even think of the word. Of fulfillment. To move forward all the way to college. You're telling me that this situation is man, I'm so passionate about it. I got caught off of the subject, man.
You gonna cry?
Let me.
Because he went to college at a grown age. I respect it. This man moved.
Me too.
Hollywood.
Let me tag team in.
Go, yeah. Somebody pick up, man. I got too caught up in the moment. I forgot what I was even talking about.
I just want to talk
with the city of
about
Braden.
he was talking about the police immunity.
What?
When you say the police immunity, let me tell you about what Trump has done. President Trump signed into law the landmark First Step Act, a major reversal. Let's say that again. A major reversal from President Biden's 1994 crime bill that disproportionately target Black Americans. President Trump First Step Act was the first landmark criminal justice reform legislation ever passed to reduce recidivism and help former inmates successfully rejoin society. President Trump signed a ban on federal chokeholds in non-life-threatening situations and created a national database for police misconduct. This is the same man you talking about police immunity. This man is not doing that. He's not doing that. He's pandering like everybody else, like Kamala's pandering. Got Megan Thee Stallion up there twerking. Got Quavo up there.
Yo, but
Slim Cat was talking about. All these rappers.
But that's normal behavior for the Democrats. They always done that.
That's a fact.
A lot of feeling speak, not a lot of factual speak.
These are facts I'm speaking. These are facts.
Okay,
well, you can go Google
what Trump did in the past isn't what he's saying he want to do in the future. What he wants to do in the future, he wants to give police immunity. What he wants to do in the future is that. You can talk about what he did 3-4 years ago. What he wants to do.
That was where I was going with that. As far as we're so concerned about police immunity that if you're going to say that you want to be able to take one over the other, are we? Man, I got caught off again, man. My phone ringing. Please, somebody bring me back where I left from, man, because this is unprofessional. But I'm trying to do three things at the same time.
Hey, brother, but no, let's get to it. But like what Hollywood's saying, man, he went from the city of Braden. He went to college. He went to Florida State. He was the only dude to come from here at a grown man, old age that we are, to come to Tallahassee to do that. So, and I remember those days when that man went and done that. And now getting back on Trump, bro, when Trump was in the White House, your gas prices was low. You could go and Winn-Dixie and shop and buy oxtails and chicken and everything.
It was the pandemic.
This inflation that
this was the pandemic. When nobody driving, that's why gas was $2.
They have made this inflation with all these people here that they bought them. They done that. They tried to do that to hurt what Trump already did with that border. So why is all these people here? They got
Trump ain't doing nothing with the border.
Men in here.
Facts. Numbers been the same throughout. Get out of here with that.
He didn't even finish building
it. So look at this. Look at the inflation. Look at the gas. What these people bringing over here to us? They not helping us. They coming in our towns using our resources up. We can't.
But listen, we can't focus too much on that because that ain't gonna stop.
But with immigrants,
It's big money in that, man. It's big money with immigrants, man. These white countries making good money off these immigrants. They don't want them to stop.
Well, hold on. I gotta make a quick reference because we gotta be able to give shout out to everybody that's out there adding into the comments. We appreciate y'all. Give a shout out to DJ T Quest. She tried to give a shout out to her little boo thing, DJ Nino. She the only one that's gonna give you love tonight. She the only one giving you love tonight, brother.
Nah, don't hate. Like I
Shout
said,
out-
facts over
shout-
feelings. Y'all
shout-
can
shout-
stay in your feelings.
Shout out
I
to
just beat you on the
Lamont.
head with the facts.
I'm a stickler for how the way that I pronounce things. Lamont Haller. He says, "Wow." I don't know if it's wow. I think he said wow because he was so amazed by how DJ El Nino. He's sounding real crazy over there.
I know facts are crazy. I understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey
Don't
man,
stay in your feelings.
I
Y'all
still
can stay in
rock
your
with you,
feelings.
brother. And then shout
Y'all can
out,
stay in your feelings.
shout out to Dr. Mir.
What up, Doc?
That's wifey over there. I love you, baby. She said that First Step Act is horrible. So somebody pick up on that because maybe she gonna call in and give me a little bit of background on it. So shout out to her. She said I tried to call.
Criminal justice reform.
I tried to call in. Okay, well, sorry, baby. You know, I'm over here dealing with a lot of baggage over
This man having a
here.
meltdown live on the air.
Hey, Hollywood, you might need me to take over, bro.
It's sad that I got to go through the text. I got to go through the text to be able to hear from my wife, but it's all good, man. So DJ Cyclops says, "What up, Nino, bro?" Shout out to DJ Cyclops. And so, what wifey? Hey, baby, I'm gonna get two more from you. And then I got to get back to the business. It's not true reform. She says it's smoke and mirrors. And one more from T Quest for I think she's saying it for a boot thing. I'm thinking I need to play that Usher song.
Cut it out. Cut it out.
No, not that one.
You should be arrested for saying that.
Nino is stating facts. Some of you all should pay attention to what he's saying. Too many talking and not truly listening to all her perspectives. Oh my goodness. She also sent us a box of tissue to be able to help DJ Nino. We're not ganging up on your husband. I think you should already know that. You know, I try to be neutral. I think I'm gonna give myself a shout out. I'm gonna give myself a shout out. I'm very
Switched out
neutral.
on the Democrat. He switched out.
You know what I'm saying? Why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you do me a favor? For something that you state, please back it up with facts. Okay?
Is that directed to me?
Back up any of y'all. Any of you.
Oh,
please back it up with facts. Not something that you've seen on the TV. Not because you feel in a certain kind of way about something. Just back it up with facts. That's it.
Then tell me for one. Tell me what is going on with the 10 Commandments in schools. Do you think? Let me digress. Let me digress first, so you can answer the right question. Do you feel that the Bible belongs in school?
No.
Okay. Well, why do you not? Hold on, because I want you to answer the right questions. Why do you feel that the Bible does not belong in schools when you are in America? Even though that Benjamin Franklin created a newspaper that was incorporating many of immigrants in their languages in that newspaper. The only reason why he did that was for public relation manners. So that was the first actual document that we rely on to say that was put out in the United States at the time. Beyond that point, it was in English. So when those English documents were coming out, it was saying that it was in Christianity format. It was still giving reverence to Christ. Do you not think that is that? Am I not being honest about that?
It's not the 1700s anymore. It's not the 1700s anymore.
Well, but there
are dozens of religions out there.
Hold on. If you go to any other country, then you're going to have to respect the customs. So keep that in mind. Because I don't want to interrupt you. I want you to go in and ride out. customs are still a perspective. If you go to any other country, I don't care about how you feel because you're telling us that. It's not about how we feel. It's the customs in where you're at. So what are the customs in the United States? That's my question to you. What are the customs in the United States?
Slavery used to be a custom.
Well, slavery is across.
Slavery used to be a custom.
Slavery was in Egypt, brother. So that's before the United States. So that's already happened.
We're talking about the United States, right?
Right.
Slavery used to be a custom in the United States, correct?
Okay.
Yes.
Correct.
That's facts. That's facts.
Correct.
I mean,
correct.
We don't do that anymore, right? We got rid of that, right?
Right.
So why do you feel the need that we have to stay in the 1700s? That's because that's what they did back then. Why can't we evolve
in what format though? In what format though? What format are we in the 1700s?
The Bible has no place in school.
Facts. It should be a separate. If my child's going to school and for whatever reason they don't rock with the Bible, why do I want you teaching her that?
There we go.
You don't want. There are a lot of people. There are a lot of people.
Let's pick up.
One sentence.
Go ahead.
One sentence. One sentence. There are a lot of people that don't want them teaching other things in school. I don't necessarily want them teaching trans and all that. So if I'm somebody, I don't want my child being taught the Bible. Or maybe she just don't want to rock with that. That is on her. That is on him. That is on them. Don't teach them that. Just like other people don't want them teaching sexual stuff. All that same thing. Just leave them out.
But now again, all that's relevant because you are the breadwinner. You are of the breadwinners for your household. So that's relevant. That I don't discount that. But see, you discounted what I said ahead of time. Where are you at? You are in the United States of America. So I also gave background, which was very intentional because as I shared with you, I lived in Saudi Arabia for almost 10 years. And whether or not that I wanted to be
in Saudi Arabia.
You're right. But we also need to take principles that what other people govern their own governments by.
Like I said, back in the 1700s, they had slaves.
Slow down, brother. I listen to you. I listen to you. So let me go ahead and go with my point so you can fully absorb what I'm trying to give to you. What I'm saying is that whether or not that I wanted to be Muslim or not, I had to acknowledge when I went to school, somebody who was an adolescent in grade school, that I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice, even though my parents were paying top-notch dollars for me to go to school in grade school. We're not talking about we paid $700 for my son to go to school every month, which I know people pay way more than that for their kids to go to school. But point is that you should have some say so when you're paying for your child to go to school. It's not public school.
Homeschool.
And so we're paying, my parents were paying in the thousands of dollars for me to go to school. And you're telling me that they shouldn't have a say so, even though that we're in a country that does not respect
who's the they in the situation? Who's the they in the situation?
As I shared with you, brother, let me rewind so you can keep up with me. Keep up with me.
When you said they,
I said that I lived in Saudi Arabia for 8 years. Let me quantify it in the right way. I was in Saudi Arabia for 8 years.
Very good.
And we went to an academy where there were princes, where there were ambassadors, where there were many people that were affluent in many areas. And know, even though that they were paying thousands of dollars for their kids to go to school, you know what they had to honor?
I'm listening.
Well, I'm waiting for you to answer. Did you hear what my question was?
I wasn't in Saudi Arabia for 8 years. My parents didn't pay thousands of dollars for me to go to school. I'm listening to you.
You negated everything else. The question I asked you was that what did we have to honor when we were over there?
I don't know.
We had to honor that it was a Muslim.
You had to honor that it was a Muslim country. Okay.
Okay. So what is the United States?
It's not a Muslim country.
It's not a Christian
It was
country.
founded off of Christian principles, whether you
It
agree
was
with
also
that or not.
founded off the backs of blacks in slavery.
See, now you're pandering. Now you're going
No,
somewhere else
not.
because that's not what I
I'm
said.
saying I'm stating
I
facts.
said, what kind of religion is that though? Is
Well,
that
how
a
long-
religion or is that something else?
Doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be religion. It's
What
something that was
religion
going
did
on
they
back
teach the
then.
slaves?
Back then.
What religion did they teach the slaves?
You know, yes, fact. Well, facts. What
Christianity.
religion they teach in
Thank
slavery was Christianity.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
but there are a lot of people.
so-
there are a lot of people now.
So
who don't rock with
it
that.
wasn't Muslim. It wasn't none of that. And whether or not, and I'm not trying to try to support or denounce either one. What I'm trying to give is a focal point so that we can work off of is that Christianity is what United States was founded on. Yes or no? Yes or no?
I said cool, but what is your
It's not
point?
cool. You wanted a direct answer when you asked us, so I'm asking you: is that yes or no?
Let's
Was
put it
the
like this.
United States founded off of Christian fundamentals?
I don't
Yes or
know,
no?
but they did. Well, they taught the slaves Christianity, so the United States must have been formed on Christianity. But listen to this. Listen to this. Why does it matter when everyone in this country is not a Christian? You was over in Saudi Arabia, right? What was the religion? What was the main religion in that country?
Muslim.
Okay, that was the main religion.
And
it may have been smaller pockets.
That I still had to acknowledge, and I still had to be able to respect that as the hierarchy and the priority. That's all I'm saying.
I understand that, but we're gonna have a dialogue, correct? There may have been smaller pockets of other religions, right? But Muslims is definitely the predominant religion over there, right? It's different.
Yeah.
Over here, there are a lot of Christians, there are a lot of Jews, there are a lot of Muslims, there are a lot of atheists, there are a lot of agnostics. Hindus, there are a lot of all these various religions. This is not, you're in Saudi Arabia, that is a predominantly Muslim country. It's different. It's apple and oranges. Over here, everybody's not a Christian. Everybody's not a Catholic. Everybody's not a Jew. Everybody's not a Muslim.
You're fishing brother. You're fishing with the wrong bait, though. We're not talking about when
you keep bringing up Saudi Arabian Muslims.
I'm bringing up just as a point of reference. I'm not using that to try to say that. And I'm saying that as the example is that what were they founded off of? They were founded off of Muslim principles, and they are still founded off of Muslim principles today. Even though they have to fight, even though they're doing boxing over there, they're still introducing, even though they're introducing westernized customs over there. I guarantee when they do a boxing fight, you guarantee what are they going to do as a national anthem?
Okay, so what does that have to do? What does that have to do with the United States?
It gives precedence to what is the customs to where
what does that have to do
is.
with the United States? Real talk.
It's precedence to the country where you're at, brother. That's all I'm saying. Well,
Japan does it their way, right? Japan does it their way. Russia does it their way.
Correct.
Canada does it their way.
Every one of them has a custom. They all have customs. That's all I'm saying. We all have customs.
And do all the
whether we like it or not.
Let me ask you this one question. Then I'm gonna dial out because this is getting whatever. Do all countries force religion on you?
Yeah.
All countries force religion on you?
I'm not in all countries, but I know that
you talked about Saudi Arabia for 5
I'm
minutes.
speaking on Saudi Arabia. Yes, if you go out there and practice Christianity, you can find a place where you would get your head cut off.
Okay, well that's their country, right?
You asked the question. There's your answer. So how do you respond to that?
If I'm in the United States and I practice Islam, I'm not going to get my head chopped off. I even know there's some people.
So then that means that we're blessed because we are in the United States where you can practice any religion you want.
There it is then. So why should I be forced? So why should thank you?
No.
Just gave it up. So why should I be forced? So why should I be forced to follow Christianity?
You're not forced. You have to respect the customs of where you're at, brother.
Right.
So
the United States was stolen. They stole this country, man.
Again,
agree to disagree. On to the next topic. We've been talking for 5-10 minutes on this topic. Agree to disagree. On to the next.
I don't want to own that like it's all on me. So
on to the next.
The next thing that we want to get on is that how many people are really saying that the United States is in a direction where they feel comfortable. Do you feel that where the United States is right now in the upcoming election, that you feel comfortable where you're currently at, and the reasons why you're not? And whoever wants to pick that up, go ahead and put your voice out there. Who's out there?
I don't feel comfortable at all. They weaponizing. Yep, they're gonna try to screw Trump out of this election. They're weaponizing everything. This country has an agenda, and the agenda is all over the. Like you just said, Hollywood. A lot of people. Yep, I'm not comfortable with it because I know that they're gonna cheat and they're gonna try to do any and everything to get that stupid to be president. And it's sad, man. It's sad. I don't agree with the agenda, and no, I'm not comfortable at all. I can't even go to a grocery store and buy nothing to eat. Yeah, I feel like, and another thing too, is too many people coming in this country, flying their flags from countries that they fled from and using their religion. Why do we have to kiss their tail when they come over here illegally and not respect the land of the law? You need to learn English and you need to respect this Christianity religion.
Facts.
You Democrats are
y'all crazy.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
This country was stolen from the Indians.
All right, hold on. Well, let me put a bookmark. Let me put a bookmark in between. Let's remember where we at, because I want to give acknowledgement to our audience that's putting their comments in there. So let me pick up where we left off. Deacon Weezo, you can pick up after I finish off. So we got DJ Cyclops that says, Say that quest, LOL. I don't know what that meant, but we got Lamont Holler that says slavery was a tactic, not a custom. We got DJ Cyclops that says, come on, Nino, give them the facts. Yeah, I don't know how many facts.
I'm with Team Nino tonight, baby. Let's go.
Lamont Holler says Christians are the only ones who are not allowed to stand up for their faith. It's good for everyone else to force their values, but when it comes down to Christians trying to incorporate their faith, shout out to Lamont Holler.
That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense.
Slavery is not a foundation. Yes, it happened. All right, and Dr. Mir, Christianity is still the main religion in the U.S. And Dr. Mir also elaborates and says Christianity is still the dominant religion in the United States. Facts say that 63% of the country is still Christian.
Well, then
that means that we need to still honor the customs there, since it's since you know it, Negro.
What customs?
DJ Cyclops says this country don't have a main religion because we have a choice to choose. Okay. And Lamont Holler says, yes, it does. It's Christianity. Thank you, Lamont Holler, for speaking up the right way. And Dr. Mir says it does. And Dr. Mir says at DJ Cyclops, check the data of our country. And last, T-Quest says to her boo thing, baby, I'm gonna make you some oatmeal and I'm gonna give you a little warm milk tonight, and I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna put it in a bottle for you. And she said that.
I'm a grown man. I'm a grown man. I don't need none of that soft stuff. I'm a grown man. I don't.
Bro, but y'all missing the point, bro.
Shout out, man. Shout out to the Hollywood Red Show, man. It's it's a beautiful thing, man. I really appreciate everybody that's in this forum, because at the end of the day, I don't agree with everything that none of y'all say, and I'm pretty sure y'all don't say that with me. But that's where we're at. We are in a blessed position, and it is a blessed position because we are in a God-fearing nation. And to me, and I'm gonna say this and let y'all pick up on it, the only reason why we are where we are is because before we became a Sodom and Gomorrah type of nation, where I feel we're going, and we are also at the pinnacle of where most civilizations that were dominant, they lost their power. We are at the 250 years, somewhere close to that.
Yeah.
Don't fault me if I'm totally off, but it's somewhere around there. That we are susceptible we are susceptible to being one of those civilizations that lose their power. The United States is still dominant, even though our dollar isn't dominant everywhere. So I feel that this type of conversation, the reason why it's so sensitive to where it can divide families. The Bible says for people who are subscribed to that you're going to choose your family members or you're going to choose me. So I interpret that when it comes to me, I don't take offenses to things that if Deacon Weezo says something that I don't agree with, that if DJ Nino doesn't say something I agree with, that even though that KT, I never agree with nothing he says because he always drinking Paul Masson. So I just don't even listen what he say. Is that at the end of the day, in all respect, I respect everything that y'all say. Respected that it's coming from you, and I believe that you're doing your due diligence, that you believe it. Because what's life without faith? Even for my Christians, you can't please God without faith. So why would I expect it from anybody else? If you don't have faith in and you believe in what you're saying, then it's going to show. Because as soon as somebody tries to confront that, either your feelings are going to show or either your diligence is going to show. It's one or the other.
Well, hold on, time out.
What you got? What you got, KT?
Like I say, man, since you're such a firm believer of this Bible, you should know that the U.S. and the NATO nations is part of the iron and clay. So this nation will be destroyed if you believe in that Bible, because it says it. And that's all I got to say.
Well, let me chime in real quick.
Whoa.
Iron and clay. That's weak.
Everything, whatever you said, just got convoluted by whoever tried to pick up your slack. You said what? You said that. You
know what I'm talking about. Nino know what I'm talking about.
I'm trying to tell you what I heard. This is what I heard you say, that I got a 8 size foot and I put it up under my butt. And I was trying to pull it back out, and this is what this what I picked up at. What was you saying after that, brother?
If you believe in that Bible, you believe in the Bible so much, you should know that the NATO countries is at the bottom of that statue, iron and clay.
So
this system's going to fail at some point.
Yeah. You're talking about the dream that was. Any of my Bible people, I believe it was Nebuchadnezzar. He had the dream. He needed interpreted. Whoever the person was, let me take the name out, negate the name, that they needed the interpretation of the dream, that they was trying to give all their prophets to say, you don't even know my dream. You need to tell me what it meant. Whatever else sounds crazy. That's what we're talking about, right? Yeah. And we're talking about that statue that had all the different makeups of it, that was representative of the centuries, the different reigns, the different kingdoms that was in the reign. Yes, okay, all right, I'm with you.
This nation will fail, and it's headed that way if the Bible is correct.
What is that before Sodom and Gomorrah, or are you even adding in that in the equation, brother?
Well, it's about NATO nations at the bottom, man. United States, Europe, all that stuff, man. You know that.
Okay. No. Don't go all that stuff. Yeah. Because you trying to live in the nuance. I'm about to put Watchdog over there. I'm about to put Watchdog Officer Godson to be able to pick that up, because I can see that rock eyebrow over there. He got something to say.
Let me chime in real quick. It came
from Daniel. To be correct,
chime in real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Daniel was the one that. No. Hold on. Nebuchadnezzar was the king. Daniel is the one that interpreted.
Yeah, with the feet of the clay. You're correct.
Daniel's the one that interpreted.
Yeah. Let me just say something real quick, little bro.
Oh, go ahead.
They talking about Christianity this, Christianity that. Let me ask you this: when the president,
Frank Nick, give us some visual, brother. Give us some visual so we can put it over to you. Where you at, brother?
When the president is sworn in, what book do they place their hand on?
Frank Nick, give us a visual, brother. I want to. Slow down. Frank Nick, where you at? Let's let people hear you while you talk. Let's let people see you while you talking, brother. What you
It
got?
ain't none of that. It ain't none of that.
Oh,
And when the president is sworn in, what book do they put their hand on?
It's on the Bible, brother. It's on the
Bible. Thank you.
On the Bible.
So
on the Bible, but
Christianity is the law of the land. It is the religion of the land.
Correct.
Y'all sitting here talking about, oh yeah, it doesn't matter. You don't want Christianity in schools. You don't want Christianity this, Christianity that.
Even though Frank is trying to be an anarchist right now, he don't want to show himself because he got his
he ain't got no shirt.
He got it. But at the same token, that really like that's really surprising me that he would even give that, because he is totally against Christianity, because listen, bro. Let me finish. This is my brother that I have known for over 20 years. We were in the military together. We became brothers, and one of the things that we found a way to be able to have a rapport with was Christianity. And over the years, our walk was different. It's not shade, it's not anything other than just a reference point. So if anybody, I'm surprised to hear that's going to give something that gives reverence to God that I serve, that to me, it wouldn't do him no justice to put that out there. So for me to say that, you can say whether or not you want to be any, whatever denomination, whatever religion you subscribe to. As I say, if I go to Saudi Arabia, I have to acknowledge that Muslim customs are going to be there. If you go shopping, let me put it this way. So we used to go shopping, because shopping over there is a very big thing, because it's just like if you're from Florida and you go to Miami. Back in the day, if you want to be able to get something for the low, you want to get gold teeth, you want to get some new fashion, you're gonna go out there in the flea markets down in Miami. Frank Nitt, am I speaking out of pocket?
You on point, bro.
You're right.
So it was the same thing. When you go to Saudi Arabia, you are going there as a Westerner thinking that I'm going to these shops that I can be able to get something that's going to be at least 3 times worth what I pay. So anyway, when you look at that and you try to compare what we're trying to say now, how many times when you want to look at what we value in America versus what we value in these third world countries, does it really meet up? We're paying $50 for Jordans if I go to Japan, and we're paying $300 if I go get them, or $1,500 if I get them off of eBay. We're caught up by that. So again, I think I'm getting a little bit off topic, because I really want to make sure that I want to captivate the moment. Like, we are talking about things that are all about our senses, our carnal senses, whether we how we consume it, whether we see it, taste it, smell it, feel it. That is what our black culture is marketing to America, and we are suffering because of that. Whether you want to be religion or anything else.
Say that again. What specifically you talking about? Say that again. What specifically?
I think that we as black culture, we subscribe to too many carnal things. We subscribe to too many carnal things that are based on our senses, and that is what marketing analysis tells us in America. And whether you want to base it on religion or not, it's all being in a vacuum, and that's the streamline. That is what things are based on, that's why it's so nuanced. That's why it's so nuanced.
Talking about?
Of course it is. It is definitely a big black thing. when
No,
you
and all I'm saying is it just a black thing. That's what I'm asking.
well, there's nothing we can
All
say
the
that's
culture.
just anything because
Okay,
that would just we be speaking out of pocket. We can't say
Okay.
just anybody on anything. I think you can agree with that.
That's all. That's all facts. That's all I'm on there. That's all.
Yeah, so I believe that we are widely affected by that. We are widely
That may be
affected by
true. That may
our
be true.
sensory things. That's why somebody that can be from they can have money. They don't see the same significance in buying Jordans that somebody that are using that to be able to position themselves differently. They want to be able to take that and say, yeah, hey, I got a position in society. We all know that background. So I guess the next standpoint is that as far as for the election, I wanted to really put
America
Deacon
has turned into the
Weezo.
uncle that
Deacon Weezo, where you at, brother? Where you at,
Yes, sir.
big guy? So I want to give the
See, America,
platform between Deacon Weezo and DJ Nino,
okay.
and want to give you both at least a minute and some change to kind of give your rebuttal. And that way we could be able to give people enough time to either agree with or disagree with what you got to say. And so right now we're going to give you both the platform to speak on both platforms. So I ain't got a coin. This ain't a game. This ain't a football game. Whichever one of y'all ready to go ahead and get the smoke, you go ahead and do it. So Nino, you ready to jump off Weezo? What you got?
No, America has turned into the uncle that violates you, but in your family. This is what this country has turned into, and I get what you're saying. They won't, but it's nothing wrong with black people loving ourselves first. Like, I am sick of that too, putting everybody in front of the line. No other race will allow me to go to Tijuana and step in front of the line and get the first taco. You gonna wait and you gonna respect them. I get what you're saying, Hollywood, and this is the problem. This is why we are weak. This is why, because we put everything before our children, before us and all. Look at the way, even with the Democrat mind frame, it's sad that to hear brothers feel like you can't love yourself. You gotta love everything else except yourself. When you look in the mirror, you can't. I gotta put them in front of me. So I know what you're talking about, Hollywood. And this country has turned into the uncle that violates you. You say anything about what's going on, they play victim. I mean, they play like they the got doggone victim, and you the suspect. What you mean? We the ones suffering behind this. We the ones got to deal with these people coming in our community. We don't know their background. I ran a sex offender away chasing kids naked from Mexico. I mean, dang. But we got to take that. This country, we got to love ourselves. Ain't nothing wrong with black people loving this selfish mind frame. When these people come here, they work together as a group. We're the only ones with this selfish identity, that single mother mindset, to where we just gonna stick by ourselves, not trust each other or anything. I want that to go to the pits of hell. It's time for a new change. It's time for mama and grandmama, granddaddy and grandmama, auntie and uncle, not auntie and auntie, and all this new goofy, stupid stuff that these Democrats have put in our mind frame. The black church don't even talk about stuff for heterosexual men. This is why we don't go no more. Everything has turned into sweet and sour, zesty and resty, and it ain't nothing for heterosexual men. So you men, it's time for you to be proud again and stand with your chest stuck out. A lot of y'all only voted for Kamala because your wife told you to.
Let me tap in. Let me tap in real quick with the comments. T-Quest, listen, we ain't beating up on you, man. She told me you now are being disrespectful.
Y'all couldn't if y'all tried. So
this was supposed to be a respectful dialogue. Nino, did I beat up on you too bad, brother? I don't know if it was me or
for real. Let's keep it a buck. You trying to be real slick with the comments.
Let's keep it a buck, brother.
You trying to be real slick with the comments, so that's gonna force me to be real slick with my comments back. If I respond with the spice, don't get upset at me. That's all.
Yeah, I don't think that we're being spicy though. I mean, and I don't think I am. But if I am, please let me know you said that. So where do you feel that it was spicy at? Where do you feel that it was trying to
It's fine.
All right, because I got you. You know, I want to. and you know your woman is over there, and I want to make sure that I keep your woman happy because
I'm
we
the one who
appreciate.
does that.
We appreciate y'all, and
I'm the
I
one
don't
that
want
does
to
that.
I don't want to think a man is she threw him out to the wolves because
See that, and there you are now trying to be spicy with unfunny comments. You know what I mean? It's cool when you spicy when they funny, but they not.
this is facts because I'm just putting it on my platform. So if I'm gonna speak on my platform, brother, just like if you were speaking on yours, then I'm gonna already give reference to who is the host. So I'm hosting this.
Cool.
So
That is
that's
very fine. That is very fine.
it's not
Now
spicy.
you're
It's
taking
just
it down
about
another lane that
no,
ain't even called.
that's just a fact. I mean, I'm just giving precedence to who's hosting. So I give respect to everybody here, brother. I don't think that I've disrespected, but we'll pick it up where we left off. And I want to go ahead and throw it over there to my brother G Code. What you got, brother? What? Because I think we've already picked this apart 20 different ways. And you know, and I think that what is golden about this opportunity is that again we all give each other respect. So this is going on 2 hours. We're gonna go ahead and give everybody they salute as they go ahead and head out. And like I say, man, you know, shout out to everybody who even had the the courage and even showing up. You know, I got nothing but love for you, Nino. I respect you. I think you got nothing but, the right intentions on trying to acknowledge the things that you feel are going to affect not just your household but others. And that's why I wanted you to be able to offer that to this conversation. Because I'm not just a person that thinks that just because I feel this way that everybody else needs to think that way. And I hope that you think that too. So for that reason, let me
I'm
go
open to
ahead.
all opinions. I'm open to all opinions. I just personally value facts over feelings.
Facts. Great. So I already got you on cam right now. So let's go ahead and improv and go with you, brother. So out of everything that we talked about tonight in your closing, what do you feel that you want to reiterate, or what do you feel that you want to close on, or what do you feel that maybe you might not even left out? Whatever that you want to add to the conversation, my brother. What you got?
No. All I say is this: I think people need to do their own research. I think people need to start looking at the whole picture, not just a commercial, not just an edited clip of somebody speaking. I want folks to go out there and actually learn these things instead of coming out telling your people things that may not be true. Please, and if you want to say something to somebody, please make them based on a fact. Period. You know what I mean? The stuff that I tell people, I try to make sure it's factual based. I don't like going around just saying, yo, I don't like this dude. And they like, for what? And I'm like, I don't know. I just like him. I just don't like him. I don't like answers like that because that's a lack of intelligence on my part. So when I say something, I try to make sure they're factual based. And I wish, even as our people, take blacks as a whole, I wish us as a people would use that methodology as well. Just research your own facts. Research. It's easy. You can go right on Google, type of questions, boom, boom, boom. Don't necessarily go by the first answer. Look at the other side, see what they're saying as well. Just so you can be a more informed person going forward. That's it.
We give a big shout out before we go to the next person. Anybody want to give any flowers to DJ Il Nino? I'll start it off. Like I say, brother, I appreciate you. I think that I really respect what you and T Quest doing. I think that y'all have provided a good template, a good example for not only entrepreneurship but also just showing brand awareness. I love what y'all doing. Everything, if people just don't even take into acknowledgement everything going on in the background with his digital background, they're the ones that's facilitating that. So they're very intentional about their movement. And if anything, I want to give flowers is that I really appreciate that because I admire that. And you have something that you provide to the table that I aspire to be at. So I salute you for that, my brother. And I salute you for being a stand-up guy, my brother. And I definitely don't want you to feel, even though we confront ideas, I always want you to feel welcome when you come here, my brother.
Salute. Shout out to H-Town and High Five, who was on our last show. Great show. Go check it out on YouTube. I think it's on YouTube.
Great show tonight. Good job, brother.
Hey, my brother, Big G, Big Godson, what you got, brother?
Just ultimately, it's just for me.
Go watch it
in order to go back to what matters the most, like you said, is facts. 100% is facts. And for me, the Bible is fact. So it says, this is Matthew 10:22, and all nations will hate you because you are my followers. But everyone who endures to the end will be saved. When you are persecuted in one town, flee to the next. I tell you the truth, the Son of Man will return before you have reached all the towns of Israel. That being said, I think these end times that we are in, whether you want to believe it or not, that's up to you. Regardless of which, at the end of the day, we all have to put our faith in somebody. We can't put our faith in people. Trump, Kamala, we can't put our faith in them. So at the end of all this, regardless of which, we cannot put our faith in people. People will always let us down. At the end of the day, put your faith, for me, is in Jesus Christ. I cannot speak for the rest of y'all, but I pray for the rest of y'all. But I thank you for your time. And DJ L, if there was ever, I'm a man of humbleness, and if I say anything disrespectful, by all means, I apologize, and I hope there's still love, regardless of which love is love.
Already. So I'm gonna take it down to Frank Nitty. What's going on, brother? What you got?
I mean, I think this was a very good discourse. You know, everybody had opinions that they were passionate about on both ends of the spectrum. You know, whether you're a Kamala voter, whether you're a Trump voter. I just feel like at the end of the day, people should vote on what's right and not because they hate somebody because they, was working at a McDonald's. Not to point fingers at KT, but we need to stand firm on the issues, not because identity politics or because somebody's a woman. We need to vote on the policies, what these people have done in their respective political resume. You know what Kamala has done. We know what Trump has done. Under Trump, we were thriving. The Black community was getting money. We were opening up businesses at a record pace. We have to look at these things and realize that if we keep going the way that we're going with Bidenomics is what she coined it, we're going to fail. And if nobody can't see that, then as a collective, especially the Black community, we're already at the bottom. These immigrants have already come over here and they've surpassed us in family median income. If you can't see that we're going to continue to be at the bottom, if we keep electing these people that's going to put immigrants before their own, then that's just a travesty. You got people in California living in tents. You got people in Iowa living in tents. You got people that's in the soup line over in Maryland. And now, we're going to elect this person who's not swaying, who's not saying that she's going totally away from Biden's politics. She's latching on to Biden politics. She's going to continue on with the same rhetoric, the same policies, the same thing, and going on and on. We need a change, and the change happens with President Trump. I'm not saying that I agree with everything that President Trump is putting forth, but I don't agree with anything Kamala Harris is saying. She's an opportunist. She comes into the Black community, speaks Southern dialect, speaks slang when she's talking to us. When she comes before our community, she brings out Megan Thee Stallion, your Quavos, and all these different individuals. But she goes into the Korean community, the Indian community. She's bringing in people that speak business, that speaks life into their community. All we get for our community is hip hop, twerking, and free chicken.
We get football, so we got football and basketball.
None of that is relevant. None of that is relevant. It brings nothing to our community whatsoever. You know, so we have to understand that we have to take this election very, very important, because it's not only going to shape the community as a whole, it can also destroy the community if we select the wrong candidate. And I truly believe in my heart of hearts that Kamala Harris is not for this country. She's definitely not for the Black community.
Well, okay. So we got that from Frank Nent. So, KT Cruiser, what you got, brother?
Man, I'm gonna keep it short and simple, man. Y'all go out there and vote for who you like. Because let me tell you something. None of these presidents gonna change the world, man. They're just getting everybody excited. Just like the Packers versus the Lions. Everybody got their side they like. And they look back in retrospect, nothing's gonna be done. It's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same fight 4 years from now, the next 4 years, and the next 4 years, man. So just get your money while you can and figure it out for yourself. Because these people ain't coming to save nobody. They get in there, they look out for who they want to look out for. And if you at the bottom, you're gonna stay at the bottom. They ain't gonna save. So go out there and get it on your own. And you know, don't depend on the government to make your life change, man. Because at the end of the day, they already got the people they owe already in line. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I gotta say, man. But shout out to Trump, shout out to Kamala, man. May the best man or woman win. I'm gonna keep playing my Madden, enjoy my life, and listen to my little Dirk. I'm good. That's it. That's all I got to say.
I thought you was gonna do your free Lil Durk campaign.
Free Dirk, you know it's free Dirk to his back. That's all I got to say.
Shout out to
Rest in peace, Tupac. Rest in peace, Tupac and Biggie. Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, well, we down to our last co-host before I tap in. Trump is the first Black president, aka Deacon Weezo. What you got, brother?
I'm gonna leave with a prayer then, man. Dear Heavenly Father, let's do it. Dear Heavenly Father, God, we thank you for waking us up. We thank you for life. God, we ask that everybody who attended this radio station, God, got something out of it. God, we might not agree with everything, but God is good for us, especially men of color, to talk. God, we ask that you watch over everybody's family. God, watch over our Democrat brother, God. You know, he's still our brother, God, regardless, you know, God, and then watch over his wife, God. Everybody just playing a sport, God, and, you know, we all are serious, God. It's about our children. God, when we vote, God, I'm looking at Black children right now. God, the Black kids, they deserve better. They deserve a family, how we grew up. They deserve a grandma. God, look at what's happening. Ain't nobody loving Black children. So all these other things, God, I could care less about who getting booted, who needs a surgery. God, I'm looking at Hollywood Red, my nephews. I'm looking at Sex and Chocolate children, my own. God, they deserve better, because when we grew up, God, we've always been poor, but we had each other. Our children don't have nobody, not even each other. They out here alone, God. They got a cell phone and a YouTube page. And God, I rebuke that. So with that being said, God, give them a family. Let them know that they are loved. And God, let Black men be men again. We need to step on in, God. We have been under the leadership of women for too long. I don't care who get mad. God, it's time for Black men. We are the only group of men who women lead them off of a cliff. And God, it's time for us to man up. No, because God, we allowing this to happen. God, a lot of Black men are cowards right now. They're scary, God, because they love their mama and all this and that. If your mama, you stand up and be a doggone man. And with that being said, the deacon out.
Hey, man, I want to pick it up where the baton is, like we was doing in Olympic, whatever race. I was trying to be slick. It didn't work out right. But anyway, I've been off topic tonight, man, and I apologize for that. But I want to reel it all back in, because what really matters for me is that Jesus is my Lord and Savior.
Yes.
And that God,
yes,
through the good, acceptable, and perfect will I believe there's a place for all of us in this conversation and who it represents, whoever else shares our opinions, whoever else feels how we feel, whoever else is not confident enough to even make these type of conversations happen. I pray that it affects those people in a very big way, to get your confidence up, because this is what God is about. God is about truth. My God is about truth. And my second thing is that God is not the author of confusion. So anything that somebody could have pulled from this, and being that you might have got it through here, I want to denounce that right now, because my God is not the author of confusion. So if you got it from me. I'll take that accountability, and I got to tighten up on my game. So I want to be able to echo that I am fully grounded with my faith. And I just want to make sure that you are able to feel confident to get your faith and build it up and be able to confront situations that aren't easy conversations, whether you want to talk about government, whether you want to talk about sexuality, whether you want to talk about finances. These things are not comfortable conversations, and they're not meant to be, because one way or another, we're going to find ourselves on the wrong side of the track. Build your community up to where you find love, that somebody can speak into you and tell you it's okay, and not try to front and act like they ain't been there. So this is the forum for that. Last, I want to be able to just pray and say that, Father God, I give you honor. I give you my understanding. I give you my thanksgiving. And I pray that everybody that was able to tune in tonight, whatever your background is, that you're able to receive this in peace and go in peace. And with that being said, shout out from the HWRS show. I give a shout out to all my co-hosts out there.
Hold on. Hey, if you're a bet man, put your money on Florida State for the upset tomorrow against Miami. FSU will beat Miami down in the Hard Rock. Let's go. Yes, sir.
Oh, wow.
I got forever. Where you at, brother? Don't tell me that's my dog.
That's a hate. That's your
that was dog over there. He done came out and dog.
I'm so tired of this. Hey, man.
I don't even know why I brought you in at the last minute. You a hater. You a hater, brother. I don't want to hear nothing from you,
and
bro.
the pack is so garbage.
I don't even want to hear you, bro. And that it's great because you on mute right now. All we see you is with that old fake background, old fake fan too. What you got?
Don't even worry about it. Hey, don't even cut on the TV. You wasting your cable.
We're gonna win tomorrow.
You a hater, baby. Hey, let me
man, don't worry about it.
You needed to understand what it still looked like. I think you confused, cause see y'all finally got a voice now. But let me show you what it looked like.
There you go.
And I got Frank Nitt on there, which he always want to bet. He ain't made a bet in 10 years. He want to bet tomorrow because finally Miami is decent. They ain't even good. They decent.
Ain't even good.
You know what I'm saying? Then I got forever hater. Yeah, I thought you was going. Why you didn't put your last name, bro? You know I saw your government, bro. Forever hater, my brother. You're a hater, bro.
Hey, how was Florida State? How long you went to Florida State?
I ain't go to Florida State, bro. I graduated from the illustrious Florida Agricultural Mechanical University, baby.
Oh, he lying. He went to TCC. He's lying.
I went there too, brother. I got my AA from TCC. And what? And what, brother? I'm an educated brother. All right, you throwing shade. Don't throw shade on the people at TCC because I give them your address now.
I'd have went there too.
Hey, man, Anybody that got something to say, man. Again, man, I appreciate everybody, and I appreciate everybody, whether you tuned in from YouTube, whether you tuned in from Facebook. I mean, the goal is to just be able to create community, man. So I appreciate that y'all able to see our community. This is our community right here. We got forever, even though he was on the team. He just came late, so he just had the uniform and he was sitting over there. He was.
Hey man, listen. The one thing about it, I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this with pure positivity, man. Anybody that's on this podcast right now, you're blessed because you're able. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't even able. A lot of people can't even do what we doing right now. And that's talking, that's seeing. That's the little things in life. You getting mad about the big, you getting mad about all this other stuff, but you're not even being grateful about the little things, brothers. Come on, man. Don't even worry about all the other stuff because it ain't even gonna matter. The stuff that matters is what we doing right now. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So, hey, man, everything else, man, is water in the bucket, man. Right now, what we doing what we was chosen to do, and we doing it out of love. We doing it out of grace. We doing it out of brotherhood. And
I got a question, though.
Doing it out of pure positivity, man.
I got a question, though. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I see that green screen background you got. I see that piano back there. Yeah, I'm getting ready to play one of the videos of you at Top Flight.
What?
Hey, you ain't got to.
I got it.
Would you be my sweet love for
What he's saying?
a lifetime? I'll be there when you need me.
See, sweet lady.
Hey, forever. You just got his neck. You just got his neck.
Hey, what the?
Hey, homeboy.
DC and JoJo.
You just got a neck tattoo?
Hey, the neck, I can't even show you the neck.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, bro told me he just got that neck tattoo.
Okay.
So
What's the pain? 1 out of 10.
Woo, a 20.
Oh Lord, I ain't getting one. All right, that's all I need to know.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'll stay away from that.
But I ain't gonna even front. This definitely is not gonna be the last time. We got a few weeks. For my people that's mathematical, I don't know how many days, but we got a little bit of time before this presidential election. It's gonna be on and popping. So for all my people that's out there, I want to be able to add to y'all what I use to rightly divide for my decision making. So if you are not aware of iVoterGuide.com, that's the letter voter, VOTERGUIDE.com, for any of my people that subscribe to Jesus Christ, and that's your Lord and Savior, and you are inspired by how the way you vote that way, then this is something that could better help you to decide. Don't just be the person that say, I don't know, it happens. This is something to help you. iVoterGuide.com can help you to find out when you're trying to find the candidates and find out whether they're Democrat or Republican. Yeah. Find out the issues that they stand on. That's what it's about. I'm not either one. I'm all about what's right for me and my family and what stands with me and my faith. And so if that is your same stance, and I think this will be an excellent tool for you, iVoter.com, iVoterGuide.com, excuse me. I'll put that link up on here, and just be educated. Do not be the person that doesn't vote. And I encourage that, because even my wife has made me feel that she's intimidated about voting. And I'm hoping that she changes that. But I'm hoping that anybody who's tuned in tonight, you're trying to find a reason to enlighten yourself in a way that you wasn't before. So shout out to everybody out here, man. And DJ Nino, man, I ain't scare you away, right, brother? You gonna come back because you know I'm gonna invite you back again, right?
I mean, real talk, y'all. You can be a little extra with this. I'm not sensitive about none of this stuff. It's not that serious. I mean, it's not.
Hey, man. Well, you know, it's a lot of rhetoric. You know, it's a lot of dialogue in here. So I just want to make sure that I use that opportunity to put you to call you on the carpet because you know there's a bunch of men in here. So I just want to make sure we all good, man. Because healthy confrontation is good, man. And
grown man right here. Ain't nothing y'all did here. I ain't ready for or unprepared for. You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
Nothing y'all can do will make me unprepared or have any feel type of way about this. You know what I'm saying? Just
well, with that, I'm gonna let you end it out before I go ahead and call it, man. You know, y'all are doing big things over there, man. Y'all got the Fleet DJs. Tell us a little bit of background about Fleet DJs, and tell us about some little background about what you and T Quest got going on, brother.
Yeah. Me and T Quest got we got a couple major interviews coming up, you know, kind of soon. You know, well, let me cut my camera on just because. Yeah, like I said, we got a couple major interviews coming up kind of soon. Y'all know Coffee Brown. We're probably going to interview them kind of soon. Jodeci, we got a couple folks from there we're going to be interviewing kind of soon. Like I said, we're going to start doing, you know, more major acts because they're starting to contact us to be interviewed by us instead of us having to go out there and search them. So that's what we're doing. Keep an eye out, you know, for some of the guests that y'all used to like back in the 90s, 2000s. They starting to reach out to us to be interviewed by us.
So I see that you one of your lanes is definitely R&B, and so is that pretty much when you're spinning 99% of the time it's slow jams or is that just one of the lanes that you entertain?
I do anything. If I want to do something for the, you know, for the twerk folks, I can do that. If I want to do something for the drill folks, I can do that. If I want to do something for the 90s, 2000s, I can do that. I do all that stuff. You see this right here? Here it is. See that right there? What's that say? Best skills blend DJ of the year. I do this. I'm not faking this. You know what I mean? I got awards and all that. Mixtape DJ of the year. Mix show DJ of the year. I got a lot of awards. I'm real about this stuff. I'm not just somebody that just started DJing.
So on the side note, you know, being that you have positioned yourself to show that you got an excellent work ethic, what would you speak to, or what do you speak to younger men in particular of how the way to be able to access that same level of success?
What I do, real talk, I have, you know, let a lot of folks, raised a lot of folks' level in DJing in particular. You know what I mean? I'm not somebody that's going to be out there and hide the secrets. If I see you're motivated to be in this lane, I will help you, period. I will help you. I can show you what I can do. I don't want you to be me. I want you to be the best you can be. I don't want you to be another me. So I put that in the work. I have had a lot of people that have personally come to me for help, elevating their game, and I make sure I do that. So I put in the work. It's not just about me. It's about bringing the folks up. So I do that.
Love that, brother. Love that, and that we trying to eradicate that crab in the barrel mentality, and I truly believe you when you say that's the you know the mentality that you push forward. So again, brother, we salute you. I salute you. And we definitely want to bring you back again because you know, man, it's just a healthy way to be able to bring men with strong opinions and also some facts to back it up, man. Is it like you said? I constantly hear you say, man, you know, I don't subscribe to my feelings, and I think that a lot of our black men have been even myself, man, have been victim to their feelings, and it's good to be able to find a healthy way, and also just men that are willing to be honest and transparent about that. That's not how we should be, whether we started that way or not. And sometimes we find ourselves falling back into that. So I just think that it's great to be able to be a part of a situation that's actually practicing that. So for that reason, shout out to you, my brother. Forever, what you got, big guy?
I ain't got nothing, man. Like I said, man, I'm
You should have something, bro. You was supposed to, you was like 5 hours late, bro. Like we've been on for like 4 hours, bro. I thought I was depending on you, bro. I was depending on you because you said you was going to do a cover of Jodeci like you did at Top Flight. So I guess I just got to play the video, bro, because bro, you was taking your shirt off and everything. You came in there in the fila jumpsuit, the jumpsuit and pants, and you was zipping it off with no shirt. Like what bro doing, bro?
That wasn't me. That wasn't me that time.
Bro, I promise I saw you in that purple that purple jumpsuit, my nigga.
Nah, that
my
wasn't me in no
Negro.
purple jumpsuit, nah.
Oh, you did that, bro.
I don't want a pink one, but I ain't got no purple one.
Well, either way, man. What's going on this weekend? You out and about. You in Tallahassee. I know you take you.
I know what's going on, man. The nose going down. You know, it ain't nothing but a Florida thing. You know, if you ain't in Florida, you know it sucks to be you, but it's okay. You know, who am I to be? You know, I'm just a Floridian. You know, but shouts out to you wherever you at. You know, I can't. You know, ain't nothing that we could do about it. But you know, I just want to give my thoughts and prayers out to the people that got caught up in the storm who's still recovering. You know, whose family may have lost a lot, stuff like that. Like I said, man, I'm in my daily moments of being blessed every time. Every time I get a chance to be on the HWRS show, brother, I feel blessed.
Ah, man, I appreciate you, brother.
You know, like I said, it ain't too much I can say. You know, I love to sit on here and hear you brothers, you know, go back and forth, and you know, some of y'all make sense and some of y'all don't make sense, but you know, that's the purpose of a podcast.
Tell us which ones don't make sense. I know your rival, he already left, so I don't think he even gonna be able to talk.
And I was just gonna say, you know, that's the thing about the podcast. You know, what makes sense to you, you know, it makes sense to you. You know, and what don't make sense to you just don't make sense to you, brother. And you know, and I feel like that's what this podcast for, is giving everybody a voice and opinion to be able to, you know, say certain things that, you know, they feel like they should say and need to say, you know. But it's all positivity, you know. Nobody on here trying to break nobody down. So, you know, I'm grateful for that. You know, I'm grateful to be around all you, you know, great men. You know, I see everything y'all got going on, man, and I'm just grateful to be around y'all, man. So I appreciate it.
Well, I wanna pull back because I thought I was hanging out with the fellas, and I think I might have slipped the N word in there. So forgive me for saying that, because I know I said it, so it wasn't intentional. But I wanted to leave off with some food for thought. There was a Anderson Cooper and Kamala Harris interview that happened on CNN.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's relevant, but I'm not going to unpack that and give the reasons for the relevancy in my point. I just want everybody else we got few listeners that's still tapped in. I would like for you just to be able to take it in on your own and unpack it how you want to. I'm gonna throw the ball to one more of y'all while I'm bringing it up. So anybody that got something important to say, go ahead and this the time to say it. What you got? Well, I guess I'm gonna say it. So in the process, you know, branding is very important. So I know that right now, quite a few people, if you've been following us, we've been doing our thing now for a few months. And, you know, and it's really just, it's been a blessing to be able to have people like my brothers here that are just making themselves available. DJ Nino, my brother G Godson over there. My brother forever, even though he was about 4 hours late. Shout out to Deacon Weezo. Shout out to KT Cruiser. They had to tap out because they finna get up early in the morning for work, and they still been riding out with us. And we going on 11 o'clock Central Time, going on midnight in Eastern Time. So I just appreciate everybody that saw the desire to tap in with us. So I really want to leave it off with a bang, and really want everybody to kind of just leave with this conversation woke in the right way. So and I know that I'm going to end up getting copyright flagged over this. That's okay. I ain't trying to get paid off the episode. I just want to be able to enlighten people. So let's go ahead and y'all tap in, and hopefully y'all get something from it.
A lot of good. Donald Trump got wind of the bill and told them, don't put it forward. He killed the bill because he'd prefer to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem. We have to have a secure border, and we have to have a comprehensive pathway for citizenship. And that includes requiring people, hardworking people, to earn citizenship and do it in a comprehensive, humane, and orderly manner.
Let me ask you about that. I mean, you talk about the bill that Donald Trump quashed, that was in 2024. Talk about the bill he tried to get passed in 2021 that was able to get passed. 2022, 2023, there were record border crossings. Your administration took hundreds of executive actions. It didn't stem the flow. Numbers kept going up. Finally, 2024, in June, 3 weeks before the first presidential debate with Joe Biden, you institute executive actions that had a dramatic impact, really shut down people crossing over. Why didn't your administration do that in 2022, 2023?
First of all, you're exactly right, Anderson. And as of today, we have cut the flow of immigration by over half. In fact, the numbers I saw most recently, illegal immigration.
But if it was
low.
that easy with that executive action, why not do it in 2022, 2023?
Because we were working with Congress and hoping that actually we could have a long-term fix to the problem instead of a short-term fix.
You couldn't have done one and both at the same time?
Well, here's the thing. We have to understand that ultimately this problem is going to be fixed through congressional action. Congress has the authority and the purse. I hate to use DC terms, but literally they write the checks. Part of the issue is in order to really fix the problem at the border. I was just at the border recently talking with border agents. You know what they talk about? Yes, they are overwhelmed. They're working around the clock. And the other thing that they talk to me about, we need more judges down there to deal with asylum claims. We need more personnel down there to deal with processing. But Anderson, and that's where Congress kicks in terms of dedicating the resources to actually fixing the problem. We have dealt with it such that, to your point, we now, as of today, as of our visit, have lower undocumented immigrants and illegal immigration than Trump when he left office.
That's true.
But we need a permanent solution, and that requires bipartisan work.
Do you wish you'd done those executive orders in 2022, 2023?
I think we did the right thing, but the best thing that can happen for the American people is that we have bipartisan work happening, and I pledge to you that I will work across the aisle to fix this long-standing problem. I think the American people are demanding it. On both sides of the aisle. And it's time we actually put the partisan approach to this aside. We know what can work.
Well, let's talk about this compromise bill that you want to pass if you're elected. You said that's going to be a priority. It includes $650 million in funding for the border wall. That's something Republicans wanted. That was part of the compromise. Under Donald Trump, you criticized the wall more than 50 times. You called it stupid, useless, and a medieval vanity project. Is a border wall stupid?
Well, let's talk about Donald Trump and that border wall. So remember, Donald Trump said Mexico would pay for it? Come on, they didn't. How much of that wall did he build? I think the last number I saw is about 2%. And then when it came time for him to do a photo op, you know where he did it? In the part of the wall that President Obama built.
But you're agreeing to a bill that would earmark $650 million to continue building that wall. I pledge that I am going to bring forward that bipartisan bill to
further strengthen and secure our border. Yes, I am. And I'm going to work across the aisle to pass a comprehensive bill that deals with a broken immigration system. I think Jackson's question, part of it was to acknowledge that America has always had migration, but there needs to be a legal process for it. People have to earn it. And that's the point that I think is the most important point that can be made, which is we need a president who is grounded in common sense and practical outcomes. Like, let's just fix this thing. Let's just fix it. Why is there any ideological perspective on it? Let's just fix the problem.
To fix the problem, you're doing this compromise bill. It does call for $650 million that was earmarked under Trump to actually still go to build the wall.
I am not afraid of good ideas where they occur.
So you don't think it's stupid anymore?
I think what he did and how he did it did not make much sense, because he actually didn't do much of anything. I just talked about that wall, right? We just talked about it. He didn't actually do much of anything.
But you do want to build some wall.